What if everything you've been told about protecting your bones after 60 has been slightly wrong? According to new research from leading aging health experts and bone density specialists, some of the safe foods you eat every week may barely move the needle, while a few humble, almost forgotten bone-building foods can quietly rebuild bone density in ways that even doctors find surprising. And here's the twist most older adults never expect. The most powerful bone density food on this entire list isn't milk, it isn't a supplement, and it isn't anything found in a typical senior osteoporosis diet. It's something far simpler, and most people stopped eating it years ago. And in a moment, you'll hear why this overlooked food works better than many prescription-strength calcium supplements and can help increase bone density naturally. But let me ask you this. If your bones were slowly thinning, year after year, without a single warning sign, would you know? Could it be that the stiffness in your back, the shorter steps on the stairs, or that familiar hip ache in cold weather are gentle signals from bones that aren't getting the calcium-rich nutrients they desperately need? Millions of older Americans experience these same clues without realizing how dramatically the right bone-strengthening foods can change their trajectory and reduce long-term fracture risk. Coming up, you'll see how even the foods in the lower half of our list start shifting bone strength within weeks, especially for adults over 60 navigating early osteoporosis and balance issues. If you're over 60, here's another fact worth knowing. Researchers now believe that even a 5% drop in bone density can double your fracture risk, yet a handful of targeted nutrients can help reverse that decline in ways you can actually feel in your posture, balance, and morning energy. The real surprise? These nutrients rarely come from the foods most seniors expect. Instead, they hide in simple items like kefir, leafy greens, and a specific type of fatty fish that delivers calcium in its most absorbable form, one of the best natural alternatives to calcium pills for older adults. And in just a few seconds, you'll find out why this single food, eaten once or twice a week, outperforms even the most expensive bone health supplements on the shelf. Here's what most people never hear. Building stronger bones is not just about increasing calcium, it's about activating calcium, turning on the proteins that transport minerals directly into your bone tissue. That's why a bowl of spinach, a serving of Greek yogurt, or fermented foods like kefir can outperform a supplement, and why certain forgotten foods, including the one in our #1 spot, can help rebuild bone density naturally, even in your 70s and 80s. Stay with me because the top 3 foods create a powerful combination that improves calcium absorption, bone remodeling, and fall prevention in ways most seniors never learn from their doctors. So if you've ever wondered whether diet can truly strengthen aging bones, improve balance, and lower fall risk, this video will finally give you the clear, science-backed answers you've been missing. In this countdown, you'll discover the 10 proven foods, from sweet potatoes all the way to sardines with bones, that can help strengthen bones after 60 and support bone density rebuilding naturally, safely, and effectively. And now, let's begin the countdown and reveal how these everyday foods work inside your body. Starting with number 10. Most people over 60 never feel the exact moment their bones begin to weaken, because bone loss is almost always silent. You don't hear it, you don't see it, and you don't recognize the danger until something small becomes something serious. A missed step on the porch, a slip in the kitchen, even getting out of bed too quickly can turn into weeks or months of recovery. And new aging health research now shows that even a mild drop in bone density can quietly raise fracture risk long before pain ever appears. It's not just about broken bones either. Thinning bones can slowly affect your balance, your posture, and the confidence you feel when walking outside or climbing stairs. Classic early signs many seniors miss when osteoporosis begins. And in a moment, you'll see why this silent loss often accelerates faster than most older adults realize, especially without the right bone-strengthening foods. But here's what most older adults never get told. This decline is not inevitable. There is real science-backed hope. Your bones can respond at any age, 60s, 70s, even 80s. Because bone tissue is constantly trying to rebuild itself. You're not stuck with last year's bone density. And the encouraging part is that certain foods can reactivate the proteins, minerals, and repair signals that aging tends to slow down. Some of these bone-building foods are surprisingly simple, and a few, like kefir, Greek yogurt, or sardines with bones, can work better than calcium supplements because your body absorbs them more naturally. Coming up, you'll hear why one food in our top 3 gives your bones more usable calcium than many of the calcium pills on the market, a key factor in increasing bone density naturally. Yet the most empowering news is this. You don't need major diet overhauls, expensive powders, or strict routines to see real change. Small, consistent additions, just a few servings a week, can improve bone remodeling, strengthen the collagen matrix inside your bones, and support the muscles that keep you balanced and secure. Picture yourself walking with more confidence, climbing stairs without hesitation, or standing on uneven ground without that moment of doubt. Simply because your bones finally have the nutrients that support bone health after 60. In just a bit, you'll learn why one everyday fermented food may be one of the most overlooked tools for preventing bone loss and improving mineral absorption in seniors. In this video, you'll discover 10 science-backed bone density foods, from sweet potatoes and chia seeds to Greek yogurt and sardines with bones, that can help rebuild bone strength naturally and safely. I'll show you exactly how they work, why they matter for adults over 60, and how easy it is to begin adding them to your routine as part of a natural osteoporosis diet. And now, let's move into the next section and break down the science in plain, everyday language, starting with what actually happens inside aging bones. According to Harvard researchers, adults over 60 lose bone density, not just because of aging, but because the body becomes less efficient at absorbing and activating key bone-building minerals like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K2. In simple terms, your bones may still be receiving nutrients, but the delivery system slows down, almost like a mailbox full of letters that never get picked up. That's why so many seniors feel unsteady stepping off a curb, notice slower recovery after a minor bump, or wake up with stiffness they never had years ago. All early signs of osteoporosis and declining bone strength. And in just a moment, you'll hear how one specific bone density food can jumpstart that delivery system far better than most calcium supplements. A 2023 study from the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research also found that certain fermented foods, especially kefir and Greek yogurt, can dramatically enhance calcium absorption by strengthening the gut bacteria responsible for processing minerals. Put simply, your bones can only use the nutrients your gut can activate. That's why so many older adults feel steadier, stronger, and more balanced after adding just a few servings of the right bone-strengthening foods each week as part of a natural osteoporosis diet. Coming up, you'll learn which of these 10 foods becomes even more effective when combined with one specific leafy green, a pairing that helps increase bone density naturally. Experts at the National Institutes of Health have also discovered that the best bone-building foods aren't the ones most people expect. In everyday language, it means bone health isn't only about drinking more milk, it's about giving your bones the right mix of minerals and vitamins to rebuild themselves. And as those small nutrient gaps widen with age, many seniors start to notice subtle changes: slower stair climbing, reduced leg strength, or a slight shift in posture long before anyone uses the word osteoporosis. These are classic indicators that the body is struggling with mineral absorption and bone remodeling. In a few seconds, you'll see why even sweet potatoes, number 10 on our list, help stabilize key minerals that keep your bones steady and support fall prevention after 60. A recent review from Mayo Clinic geriatric specialists confirms that bones remain active throughout life, continuously repairing and reshaping, but only when the correct signals are present. In everyday terms, your bones are still capable. They simply respond more slowly unless given the nutrients that activate their repair pathways. That's why foods rich in natural calcium, vitamin D, omega-3s, and vitamin K2 can make such a noticeable difference for adults over 60. Seniors often feel the change first in simple moments: easier stair climbing, steadier balance, fewer wobbles when rising from a chair, daily improvements tied to better bone density and reduced fracture risk. And before we move on, you'll find out why sardines with bones, our number 1 food, outperform many high-priced calcium supplements and deliver one of the most absorbable forms of calcium available. Now, let's break this down clearly and begin uncovering how each of these 10 bone density foods works inside your body, starting with number 10. Now, let's count down the 10 science-backed foods that help rebuild bone density naturally, starting from number 10 and working our way toward the most powerful one. As we move through the list, pay close attention to how these everyday foods quietly improve calcium absorption, support bone remodeling, stabilize your posture, and strengthen the overall balance older adults depend on every single day. Many seniors are shocked to learn that the right foods can shift bone strength in just a few weeks, and in a moment, you'll see exactly why these specific options stand out from the rest. Number 10. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes support healthy bone cell signaling by delivering potassium, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the low-grade inflammation almost every adult experiences after 60. This matters because inflammation subtly interferes with the way your bones recycle old tissue and build new structure. Adding just half a cup to lunch or dinner 2 or 3 times a week, baked, roasted, or mashed, is enough to start shifting this process in the right direction. If you take potassium-sparing medications, talk with your doctor before increasing intake. When this balance is restored, your bones maintain a steadier mineral environment, stay more resilient during daily movement, and recover from strain more easily. And coming up, you'll see why even a tiny serving of the next food can deliver an unusually strong calcium-boosting effect, far stronger than most seniors expect. 9. Chia seeds. Chia seeds provide plant-based calcium, omega-3 fats, and trace minerals that help regulate how your body forms new bone tissue and stabilize the collagen matrix that supports bone structure. Because these nutrients are delivered in a slow-release form, just 1 tablespoon mixed into yogurt, kefir, or oatmeal works beautifully for most older adults. Be sure to drink extra water. Chia absorbs liquid and may cause discomfort if eaten dry. With consistent use, the result is a gentle, daily lift in calcium availability, smoother joint movement, better long-term mobility, and a stronger foundation for balance as you age. And in a moment, you'll hear how a nutrient hidden in the next food helps aging bones switch on their calcium activation pathways. Number 8. Almonds. Almonds deliver magnesium, one of the essential minerals that activates calcium, so your body can actually use it instead of storing it or flushing it away. Most people don't realize this, but without enough magnesium, even the best calcium sources do very little for bone density. A small handful, about 10 to 12 almonds, makes an ideal afternoon snack for anyone following a natural osteoporosis diet. If you're managing weight or blood sugar, keeping portions modest is wise. Over time, the result is stronger calcium activation, better muscle-bone coordination, smoother transitions when standing up, safer stair climbing, and more stable balance during daily activities. In just a moment, you'll discover why the next food on our list influences bone density far more than most people realize, and why so many seniors underestimate its impact. 7. Eggs. Eggs supply vitamin D and high-quality protein, 2 essential nutrients for bone remodeling, a process that naturally slows with age but never truly stops. Vitamin D helps pull calcium into your bones, while protein supports the scaffolding that keeps them strong. For most seniors, 1 egg a day fits safely into a balanced routine unless restricted for heart health reasons. If you have cholesterol concerns, check with your physician first. The result is stronger daily repair signals that aging bones depend on to maintain structure, stability, and balance. And many older adults report feeling steadier on uneven ground after just a few weeks. And in the next item, you'll see why pairing vitamin-rich foods with natural calcium sources can dramatically improve bone strength, reduce fracture risk, and help older adults stay independent longer. Number 6. Spinach. Spinach is one of the most powerful leafy greens for bone health because it supplies vitamin K, the key nutrient that activates the proteins responsible for carrying calcium directly into bone tissue. Most adults over 60 don't realize that this activation step slows dramatically with age, which means calcium can sit unused in the body unless vitamin K switches on the transport system. By adding a full cup of spinach to meals 3 or 4 times a week, whether mixed into eggs, blended into smoothies, added to soups, or served raw in salads, you help restore this crucial pathway. If you take blood thinners, it's essential to maintain a steady vitamin K intake rather than increasing it suddenly. When this balance is consistent, minerals travel more efficiently, supporting steadier posture, stronger balance during walking, and the daily stability older adults rely on to avoid falls. And in just a moment, you'll see why the next foods improve bone repair far better than many high-priced calcium supplements sold in stores. A fact most seniors never hear from their doctors. Number 5. Calcium-rich foods. Calcium-rich foods provide the raw building blocks your bones draw from every single day. These foods don't just increase bone mass, they supply the structural materials that your body uses to rebuild tiny microfractures, maintain posture, and support stronger leg and hip function. A single dependable source per day, fortified milk, leafy greens, tofu, or other high-calcium options, helps keep this pipeline steady. And here's a crucial bone health fact. Spreading calcium intake throughout the day is far safer and far more effective than taking one large bolus dose, which the body simply cannot use efficiently. When you pace your intake, the result is a smooth, continuous mineral flow that supports movement, improves bone remodeling, and helps aging bones remain responsive and resilient. Coming up next, you'll learn why absorbing calcium is often more important than simply eating calcium, and how older adults can dramatically improve absorption with one simple shift. Number 4. High absorption calcium sources. Some foods offer calcium in forms that the body absorbs far more easily, and this becomes a major advantage after 60, when natural absorption slows by as much as 20 to 30% for many adults. These sources work even better when paired with vitamin D-rich foods or short, safe exposure to sunlight, both of which unlock calcium's movement into bone tissue. If absorption is a concern, and it is for most older adults, avoid combining these foods with high oxalate ingredients, such as beet greens or large amounts of spinach, in the same meal, since oxalates can interfere with mineral uptake. Making this small timing adjustment allows more usable calcium to reach your bones rather than being wasted. Seniors who follow this simple strategy often notice steadier balance, stronger legs, and improved recovery from daily strain. And as we move into the top 3, you'll discover the foods researchers say create the most dramatic improvements in bone density, especially for adults in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s. Number 3. Kefir. Kefir is one of the most underrated bone-strengthening foods because its fermented probiotics dramatically improve your body's ability to absorb, transport, and actually use calcium, a biological process that slows sharply after 60, even in adults who believe they're eating well. What makes kefir so effective is that it doesn't just add nutrients, it upgrades the system that delivers those nutrients where they're needed most. By drinking just half a cup with breakfast or as a calming evening snack, you help reactivate the mineral delivery pathways that often become sluggish with age. To get these benefits safely, always choose unsweetened versions to protect blood sugar balance, a concern for many older adults. Once the probiotics begin working, 2 major changes often happen. Your bones draw in more usable minerals, and digestion becomes smoother and more predictable. Seniors frequently report improved regularity, reduced bloating, and better overall comfort within days. This combination of stronger nutrient absorption and gentler digestion makes kefir one of the most efficient natural tools for rebuilding bone density. And stay with me, because in a moment you'll see why pairing kefir with a specific leafy green from earlier in the list can amplify calcium absorption in a way researchers find remarkably powerful. Number 2. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt delivers one of the most effective bone-supporting nutrient combinations available to older adults. High-quality protein, natural calcium, and live probiotics. Together, these 3 elements strengthen bone tissue from the inside while also supporting the muscles that protect balance and prevent falls, a critical factor after 60. A small daily cup is enough to make a real difference, especially for seniors working to feel steadier on stairs, sidewalks, or uneven ground. If you're lactose sensitive, a low-lactose or lactose-free version works just as well, and many older adults find it easier to digest. Over time, consistent intake leads to a noticeable shift. Stronger muscles begin moving in harmony with stronger bones. This synergy improves posture, reduces wobbles, and boosts overall confidence during everyday activities. Many seniors describe it as feeling more grounded, a sign that the body's structural support system is finally getting what it needs. And coming up, you'll learn why the number 1 food on this list doesn't just support bone health, It outperforms many premium calcium supplements that claim to rebuild density. Number 1. Sardines with bones. Sardines with bones deliver the most absorbable form of natural calcium found in any food, and they combine it with vitamin D and omega-3 fats, creating one of the strongest repair-boosting nutrient trios for aging bones. This is not just about adding calcium, it's about delivering it in the precise format your body recognizes and uses most efficiently, especially after 60. Eating one small can once or twice a week, spread on whole grain toast, mixed into salads, or served with vegetables, is enough to produce measurable improvements in bone density over time. For adults managing blood pressure, choosing low-sodium varieties is the safest approach. Once this potent combination of calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s reaches your bones, the result is one of the most powerful, science-backed boosts to bone strength available at any age, often outperforming high-priced supplements that never absorb properly. And coming up next, you'll discover how these foods work together, not individually, to create a far stronger, more sustainable bone-building effect for adults over 60. If you've been feeling tired, unsteady, or even a little anxious about your bone health lately, you're not alone. Across the country, millions of older adults quietly feel the same uncertainty, especially after 60 when every small ache, slower step, or moment of imbalance can feel like a warning sign. Yet here's the part most seniors never hear. Your bones are far more capable of rebuilding than you've been told. They can regain real strength in your 60s, 70s, and even 80s, especially when you begin using the right bone density foods and natural calcium sources your body actually absorbs. And in just a moment, you'll see how a few simple weekly foods can jumpstart this rebuilding process faster than most supplements ever do. If you've ever stood up from a chair and felt your legs shake, or noticed your steps getting smaller on uneven ground, you're experiencing something countless seniors face every single day. It doesn't mean you're weak. It simply means your bones, muscles, and balance systems need more support than they did years ago. The encouraging news is that this support doesn't require expensive powders, prescription-strength calcium pills, or complicated osteoporosis diet plans. The everyday foods we just counted down, from sweet potatoes to kefir, Greek yogurt, and sardines with bones, can create real, measurable improvements you can feel. Coming up, you'll understand why even small servings of these bone-building foods can improve your steadiness, posture, and confidence within weeks. So let me make this absolutely clear. Whatever your age, whatever your starting point, your body has not stopped trying to heal. It still repairs. It still adapts. It still strengthens itself when you give it the right tools. These aren't just healthy foods. They're powerful bone activation signals, and thousands of seniors are now using them to rebuild bone density naturally, safely, and without extreme diet changes. And before we wrap up, you'll hear how combining just 2 of these foods can amplify their bone-strengthening effects even more. Now I want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, how old are you, and what's your biggest health goal right now? Stronger legs? Better balance? More confidence walking outdoors? Your story matters more than you realize. When one senior shares their experience, another senior watching from home feels less alone, less afraid, and far more hopeful about their own future. Your voice might be the encouragement someone else needs to take their first step towards stronger bones today. And in a moment, we'll bring all of this together and move into the final part of the video, where you'll learn how to turn these bone density foods into a simple, realistic routine you can follow at any age. Always check with your doctor before adding new supplements, increasing calcium-rich foods, or making any major changes to your meals, especially if you take medications for blood pressure, blood thinning, diabetes, or bone health. Your physician understands your medical history, your lab numbers, and the balance your body needs, and that quick conversation helps you use these bone density foods safely and confidently. Think of it not as a warning, but as an extra layer of protection as you start rebuilding your strength with natural calcium sources and senior-safe nutrition. And in just a moment, you'll understand why this tiny step can actually improve your long-term results. Because here's the real truth about senior bone health. Your body still knows how to rebuild, adapt, and grow stronger at any age. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your bones remain responsive. They simply need the right signals. And those signals don't require extreme diet changes or expensive osteoporosis supplements. A cup of Greek yogurt in the morning, a serving of spinach at dinner, a spoonful of chia seeds or sardines once a week. These simple, budget-friendly choices stack up quietly until one day you notice you're walking with more confidence, standing with better posture, and moving without hesitation. Coming up, you'll see how choosing even one or two of these bone density foods can shift your balance, stability, and bone strength over the next few weeks. And as we wrap up today's video, remember this: you are not doing any of this alone. Thousands of older adults across the country are on the same journey, trying to rebuild bone density naturally, support their balance after 60, and stay active as long as possible. If this video offered clarity or hope, give it a like and share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Your small action might give another senior the confidence to take their first step towards stronger bones. And in the next video, we'll go even deeper with simple, senior-safe daily habits that help activate these nutrients and make your bones respond even faster. I'll see you there.